Okay.
What going on, y'all? This your boy Butler. It's the best day of my life. Tomorrow's not promised. Go on, do your little dance while we still playing. While it's still playing your song. I need for y'all to get inside that chat, man. Let me know what's going on. Right now, bro, we got some exclusive shit, some real East Side shit, some real inside, behind some shit, like for real. Some of y'all gonna understand the voices. Some of y'all gonna understand the terminology, man. If you don't understand it, maybe this shit ain't for you, y'all. Everything ain't for everybody, but for the most part, man, we're gonna try to be informative. At the end of the day, bro, only thing we try to do is to get humans to treat humans like humans. That's it. It ain't nothing, ain't no weird shit, ain't no sideways, nothing. We just want humans to treat humans like humans. I don't care about your race, where you from, what you got going on, bro. If you breathing, you standing on your hind legs, bro, you deserve to be treated a certain kind of way, and that's just simply not happening. So I'm gonna reach out to my people. I'm just gonna call them Big Homie 1 and Big Homie 2. And we'll go from there. So either one of y'all, where we coming from? Where y'all from?
Nah, for sure. Nah, for sure. I'm what you call a chameleon from the street. You know, I did work on the east side. I've done work on the west side. I like to say I'm from East Lake to West Lake. You feel what I'm saying? Because I've done things all throughout the city on whatever it is. You know.
Gotcha.
Okay. And for me, man, I'm gonna keep that thing 107, man. Glenwood, how's the thing? Yeah.
So right now, man, the state of Georgia has the highest prison population in the world. The United States has the highest prison population in the world. Georgia, without the southern eastern United States, bro, they is I think the second highest in population. And the prisons in the state of Georgia right now, bro, they overcrowded. You have the people being unalive, man, understaffed. It's a whole nother world in there, bro. It's like I ain't got to tell y'all, cause it's a zoo within a zoo, man. Can you give me some insight on what's going on and what could be done to try to help other humans that's inside there?
Yeah, line from the pen, right? Coming from a real space, before we begin, you know what I mean? This platform is to make this a safe place, you know what I'm saying, to be able to communicate, you know what I mean, as much as possible. Of course, we know, you know what I mean, we know the streets and we know codes, you know what I'm saying, but, being able to express as much as possible as far as, you know what I mean, on some real time, as far as dealing with the circumstances of what we are experiencing in here, I mean, being in the belly of the beast. And, considering that, it's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? The system, they dysfunctional. I mean, just the bottom line, they incompetent, and so you got a bunch of us, you know what I mean, that are clogged and cluttered, you know what I mean, in the mix of this, you know what I'm saying, we make some of, a lot of majority of us make mistakes, you know what I'm saying, some of us don't, you know what I mean, some of us don't learn, but for the most part, and a lot of us don't deserve to be in here, you know what I mean, and most definitely don't deserve to be subjected to these type of conditions when the Department of Correction has a responsibility and an obligation for us, you know what I mean, safe haven and keeping things mutual and safe, you know what I mean, for myself and all other brothers, no matter who we are or what type of niggas we is or what, you know what I mean, we deserve to be treated like humans. We deserve to have a safe space like humans. And, so it's a lot of things that they lacking on as far as academics, you know what I'm saying, as far as, like you said, they short on staff. They not having a whole bunch of, well, they not having, period, really, in general, they not having, like, majority prisons now probably so far understaffed, you know what I mean, you talking 3, 4, 5 people, man, running the institution, man, some of them get down to 3.
Let me ask you this, cause I heard you say something about education. I know, bro, like I'm from the old chain gang. Well, I got 2 GEDs from chain gang and got a handful of trades. So what you telling me is ain't no trades going on, ain't no GED school going on, or what's the deal?
No, it ain't. Particularly where I'm at, and particularly at a few that I haven't been to a lot on, but every now and then you have phases where they do run them, some of them, but in particular this one, it's bootleg. I mean, what they do is they get that money, they get $1 million a year, and so they get you and rush you through processes. Now you're talking about a GED, with particular with GEDs, I think it's probably 3 or 4 classes they might hold a month here. You know what I'm saying? So that's how behind it is. So you think about it. So when you do pull up on guys and it's time for them to go, they not having really enthused to push on with it, because it ain't no enthusiasm, because they not actually, they're not serious about having a real system and a real structure as far as giving us these academics. They're not giving them to us.
Okay. So the system is being paid, but ain't nobody getting it. So how is it possible for an individual to renew his mind? Like, how you shift the paradigm? Because you come in there thinking a certain kind of way, and if you don't get some type of awakening, then it get worse.
You gotta wanna do that part though. You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody gonna help you or spoon feed you into that process. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So once a brother do get inside of there, or a sister get inside of there and see that you don't have really no resources, no type of educational or rehabilitation. They don't rehabilitate. It's no such thing as being rehabilitated when you go into prison. You become a better criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and that's by force. You know what I mean? Because you're forced to have to survive. You got to think. You know what I mean? Majority, just like about the majority of individuals that are incarcerated. You're talking majority black and brown, and just think and narrow that down to how many of them actually have a GED coming in. You know what I'm saying? So it's all rigged.
Right.
It's all rigged. So you coming in, you know what I mean, because of these circumstances, you know what I mean, and the lack of resources. And then now you get in here and they house you like canned goods, so they can get a check out you. We ain't never welfare baby phone.
Yeah, that's just like
they get a little labor out of it. What's they called?
That's just like cattle, counting cattle. You know what I mean? Which is unfortunate that for a lot of people, for so many years, you become a number. You feel what I'm saying? Which is the unhealthiest way to look at another human being, you know what I mean, as a number.
Right.
Yeah.
So I did. Go ahead.
And we were talking about this earlier before it started, in dealing with these conditions and what it does to us and how it get us indifferent and it make us apathetic. Well, we being sensitive to each other. You know what I mean? Dealing with circumstances that happens. Of course, we know it's street codes and it's street ethics of way you do things. But like we were talking about earlier, when you talking about the love and you talking about, on some humanitarian shit. Even if you my foe, at the end of the day, you still a human. At the end of the day, you still got friends or you still got loved ones, whatnot. But put in these conditions, basically what you got is you got some misery, you got some suffering, some agony, and a whole bunch of bowl of, this nasty turmoil circumstance that we're going through, and you put that and you compile that in a bucket, man, and you got catastrophe. Especially when you're not providing anything adequate for it to actually produce or develop. And the clothes, they're going back to what you were saying, Cole. When you talk about us being able to advance or enhance in here, that comes from you as an individual, establishing and sitting in a real space within yourself. Now you got like when we talk about that, I tell my nephew this all the time about that, that strong word. We gotta stop. A lot of times we get caught up in the perpetration and acting like we strong. And like I tell him, it's time to stop acting like we strong, we start being strong, and that come from the lack of guidance. They come from the lack of they've been watching us up. You know? So a lot of us ain't having the right solid elders or big brothers or big homies, to give us the real game and the real insight on life and perspective. So a lot of us get lost.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. I'm glad you spoke on that because I went to the juvenile. I went to the RYDC in DeKalb County, and I'm speaking to some 14 and 15-year-olds that got 2 and 3 bodies. And so I was able to talk to one on the dude small. I'm talking about almost petite. And so I'm like, what's going on, bro? And I had to bring him to the side because in front of everybody else, he sounded like the 96 Tupac. So yeah. But when I get him, he like, bro, he straight up tell me, look me in my eyes, say, man, we up in the scope. They up the scope, we up the scope. And unfortunately, bro, I be this new generation, bro, they don't, that fear ain't really an element that they really have. A lot of them, man, I thought we was trained to go, but they trained to kill, bro.
No. They are training themselves to crash out. They're crashing out without a purpose or a cause. You understand me? If you going out here and doing whatever you doing and you ain't got a cause or a purpose for it, like, perfect example, Young Thug's son. He out here on the internet, you know what I mean, doing what he want to do. Oh, my dad ain't never did this, that, the other for me. But once you put yourself in a position where you don't want to listen to the adults and the elders around you and you want to be grown, but you want to be a child when it's time to ask for something. But once you get it, you back being grown again. So it really don't work like that. You feel what I'm saying? You have to have a core element of goddamn foundation. Grandma, like we had Big Mama them. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. We still surviving off prayers that dead folk done prayed for us. You feel what I'm saying? Big Mama them gone. Mama gone. You know what I mean? And we still surviving off the prayers that they prayed a long time ago for us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where we surviving off the discipline, and we surviving off them switches, and they got them belts too.
Nah, for sure, because I had to go pick them. You feel what I'm saying? I had to soak them in the bathtub type deal. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what do you say to a population that they got different switches nowadays? Them folks ain't picking those switches.
Yeah. No, for sure. But
that be the moment. That be the moment. Like, you know what I mean? When you think about it, there's a lot of pain in it now. We got to be on some, they're coming from a real place. It's a lot of pain in it. It's a lot of dysfunctional households, a lot of dysfunctional structuring. You know what I mean? We talking trauma. We talking a whole bunch of list of shit. You know what I mean? That got a nigga mind state all fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But at the same time, like you say, as far as that comeback space or that, it's like Corey just said, you know what I mean? It's just the spell of who got blessed with the right people in their life. You got households that, you know what I mean, mama was on the crack, you know what I mean? Goddamn uncle told pistols, he don't know nothing but the struggle, you know what I mean, and the hustle game, you know what I mean? And and nephew, you know what I mean, he following suit, cause it just ain't no wrong in it, cause it's all survival. You know what I'm saying? White people making rules, but they ain't giving no resources. You know what I'm saying? So they got a big old mess that you trying to calculate, and they didn't give you a calculator. You know what I'm saying? So it get complicated. It get real complicated.
And a lot of times, a lot of times, we carry on the jobs that our parents do or done. Like, say, for instance, I got a cousin. His dad sold dope. He sold dope. Sisters and shit sold dope. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. My dad was construction. So I found myself doing home improvement, carpentry, pouring concrete, things like that. Not saying that I wasn't in the streets doing, you know what I mean, the things that I've done. You feel what I'm saying? And then I had wherewithal and got tired of it all and was like, I took my last $1,000 out the trap and started my own business with the help of my wife. You feel what I'm saying? Because I watched her. She's an entrepreneur, and that's something I wanted. You feel what I'm saying? That was my way out. You see what I'm saying? So, in order for me to get out, I had to buckle down and just completely walk away from the trap. And took my lab van, started my business myself. And it gave me that much more confidence in my business because I started it myself. I'm talking about the whole leg work, EINs, Secretary of State, all that myself. You feel what I'm saying? So I got a better appreciation for my business. You know what I mean?
And you was strong enough. You gotta commend yourself. You was strong enough to come from a real place with it. You know what I mean? To get the real out of it. And going back to what Butler was talking about earlier, like, you know, so what does it stop, or how do you alter it? And as far as dealing with that, you know what I mean, that's when we having some type of luck of the draw, somewhere along the line, somebody gave us just enough, you know what I mean, so when we had got caught in these critical situations, I mean, instead of, because a lot of times where it comes from a coward. A coward go backwards with it. You know what I mean? And a strong individual will go forward with it. So I need to be producing. I need to be developing, because I can't go through it no more. That little pain right there I just felt.
Right, I don't want to feel that no more. Right,
I don't want to feel that no more. You know what I mean? But you know that you got the little homebred ones. You know that mama and they come up, and so they get so used to, you know, getting up out of shit, and somebody, you know, always there. You know.